All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. At least good morning from Colorado. Welcome to the art gym. We are gonna do a very big workout today. Big cat workout. Oh, I just realized my camera is messed up. Sorry, everybody. Happy World Tiger Day. If you didn't know that, well, now you do. Is my AC fixed? So I turned it on this morning, and so far it's okay. It's putting out cool air. I kind of wonder if maybe it was just having trouble keeping up with how hot it was yesterday. I don't know. I also kind of shook it around in case there was some Freon trapped up somewhere. So we'll see. We'll see. So far, so good. It's not supposed to be as hot today as it was yesterday. It's supposed to stay in like the low 80s. So it'll be a little better. But yesterday was pretty hot. I was kind of dying toward the end of Camp Chaos. So, but that's okay. That's what Camp Chaos is all about. How are you guys? Chaos, of course, not broken ACs. But thanks again, by the way, for anybody who came to hang out last night for Camp Chaos. I know it was a little extra, maybe a little different than what we normally do, but I mean, maybe not that much different. I don't know. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun, and yeah, it was just good to see and meet some people from Art and Jest community and draw along. It was a lot of fun. So thanks to everybody who hung out. Thanks to everybody who drew a Camp Goblin. If you want to see the results of Camp Chaos, you can go look in the Discord under the Camp Events section and just scroll up a little bit. You'll see a whole bunch of really awesome images. We had a really great variety of goblins. Some cute ones, some scary ones, some funny ones, a lot of arson. There was a lot of arson last night, folks. So Camp Chaos, I would say, was a blazing success, perhaps. Ryu, hello, how are you? It's good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we had there's this streamer who puts on this annual month-long stream event called Camp Chaos, and I signed up last year and it was really fun, and they thankfully let me in again this year. But if anyone's not following Art and Jest, go follow. They're gonna be doing a Camp Chaos wrap-up on the last day of the month. It'll be a hoot, I'm sure. Very high energy art streamer. Well, art slash just chatting probably, but either way, it's always a good time over there. Anyhow, how are you all? Sorry, I'm eating breakfast. I know it's super unprofessional. I just did not have time to make breakfast this morning. I instead spent my morning cleaning appliances because, as some of you know, my roommate just moved out, and there's she's done like actually a pretty good job of cleaning up, thankfully, which is really kind. But there's just like a lot of stuff that I've pulled out of the garage that's been sitting in the garage just because there wasn't any room. And yeah, trying to get my life sort of in order. So squeezing in lots of cleaning in between streaming and day job and everything else I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, breakfast has taken a back seat, but it's now in my mouth, so we're all good. So for anybody who hasn't been to the art gym before, welcome. Basically, we just draw along, and if you do any studies, as long as they're from observation or reference, the whole point of the art gym, just to clarify for anybody who's new, is to learn. We're trying to learn. We're trying to understand. We're trying to be very grateful for Charlie's Dragon. That's what the art gym is all about. Charlie's Dragon, thank you so much. Shopping to a partner. Thank you. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for that sub. A caracal for the sub zoo. Thank you for including that in your sub message. So for those who missed it, it was too hot for me to work late last night, and I did not make any progress on the sub zoo after the stream like I hoped I was going to. So guess what I'm doing after stream today? Just guess. Just guess, guys. Just guess. We have you guys went a little crazy during the partner party, but we are doing a party animal sub zoo for this month. There's me. I'm in double hats because it's a party. And yeah, if you want to be in the sub zoo, basically it's pretty much the same as last month. I'm kind of tweaking it as we go, but you sub or gift a sub to be added, or to add detail if you're already in here. Basically, whoever purchases the sub decides who gets the doodle, so it's not everybody who gets a gift sub, because that would just be my whole stream. Because people have been very generous in doing gift bombs. So if you do a gift bomb, you get color, or if you increase your tier to tier 2 or tier 3 or whatever, you can get color that way too. Basically kind of works out the same if you're a tier 2 sub, I think, to like a 5 gift bomb. And then any more than that, we start doing giveaways and stuff. So I'm gonna add you here, Charlie's Dragon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, and happy World Tiger Day. Catch up, Subzoo. You know, I was gonna do that, but I just... I feel like I don't know that they're that interesting to watch. I know some people really like watching them, but I kind of worry that it's not the most fun art stream. I don't know. I'm a little torn on catch-up Sub-Zoo days. I think I might just do them off stream because I don't know. Like the idea with this is like like under normal circumstances, if it's just like 1 or 2, I can do them pretty quickly. But it's when they back up that I sort of struggle. Like yeah. So I don't know. The catching up would just add more. Yeah. Sometimes it does work that way, but I just worry that it's like maybe if I'm ever doing like a subathon or a sketchathon or something, maybe I'll do like a catch-up day that day, because there's a chance I might need to do something like that next month. I have fewer streams last month, and I'm also gonna be roommate-less, so I'll be double renting for the first time next month. So I may need a little extra help. So I might do some little like micro commission streams or something. I might open up commissions again, very limited commissions, because I'm kind of limited on time, and unfortunately when I take commission work it tends to be all that I do is commissions, and then I can't use anything from my portfolio. So stay tuned if anybody's like thinking of commissioning me. That might be happening next month or possibly in September. We'll just kind of see how August goes, but I do have some really fun co-streams that I'm setting up for August. I'm still kind of working out the details. Hopefully I'll find out soon enough to get it all on the calendar and get it squared away. But the good news, I guess, about not having a roommate, for anyone who's curious, is I can stream games whenever I want to now from my living room. Because I was trying in the past to be respectful and, you know, not be in the way, because it's a shared space and I didn't want to, you know, I just didn't want to be annoying. But now that I'm the only one in the apartment, we may be doing more game streams in August. So those will probably happen on Sundays if they happen. And yeah, you can check if you want to vote on the next game stream for me to play. There's a little Channel Points community challenge thing going on. You can vote. We have Okami. We can finish Okami, or we can do my choice, which is Book of Travels. I really want to show this game to you at some point, and I'm actually surprised a lot of people are picking that one right now. But you can still vote. There's still 20 days left, 23 days left to vote. Whichever one gets to the end first is the one I'll play first. So I do plan on finishing Okami, because I know there's a lot of people who want me to play Okami, and I haven't played Okami since I was in high school, and I really enjoy it. It's been like 6 months now since we've played it, so I might need a refresher on the controls. But anyway, you can vote on both, you can vote on one, it's kind of up to you. But you can only vote once per stream, and this is my only stream today, so thanks for hanging out, thanks for sticking around. Yeah, what are video games? Yeah, who knows? Trust your taste in games. All the games you play. Oh, I'm glad you really like them. Charlie's Dragon. I feel so weird a little bit still playing games on Twitch. I do mostly want this to be an art channel, but I figure Sunday's my day off, and if I do play a game, it's usually on Sunday, so why not hang out with you guys if you want to hang out with me? Especially now that I'm not worried about the partner, like, numbers thing anymore. I don't, you know, if people hate the game and don't want to watch, that's okay. I won't be offended. But yeah, they're your livelihood. Well, yeah, and that's not the case for me, but yeah, Ryu games. Also, Ryu, I still want to talk to you sometime about, now that maybe once everything clears up with my cleaning out my apartment and figuring out all the traveling I'm doing in August, maybe we could do a journey playthrough. Don't play it without me though. I want to play it with you. If you're interested, let me know. Okay. Let me see who's here and then we'll get started. If anyone is new for the first time, feel free to start without me. You don't have to wait on me to do your studies. We will show everybody's work at the end of stream. Okay, so if anyone's new and just popping in, here is our little art gym blurb about what it's all about. If you go into the Discord, you can find the art gym section right here under stream events. Go to the art gym, and right up here at the top in the pins, you'll see what it's all about, like what the purpose is. It's not just using reference to make an image, it's actually trying to learn. It's if the purpose of the drawing is to study, to practice, then that's what we're trying to encourage in the art gym, because let's be honest, that's the least fun stuff. That's the stuff where we struggle. That's the part that most artists avoid, and it's a lot of what keeps people from, I think, continuing an art skill, is once we don't like making bad drawings, right? Nobody does, even no matter what your level of proficiency is, and it's easier to just keep drawing the same things you're used to, but that's not how you grow. So the whole purpose of the art gym is for all of us to get an artwork out and to grow. So if you'd like to join in, just know we're all struggling out here, and I'll be struggling on with you in just a second as soon as I catch up to chat. I just want to make sure I say hi. I like saying hi to everybody when I can. Make that so you guys can see it. But let's see, we've got Marcus was first, and Neil, Tiger Tuesday. I wonder if house cats dream of being tigers. Probably. Does anyone have any tiger emotes? Are there any tiger emotes in the chat? Feel free to spam them. Miss Caprikel got second. Welcome, Miss Caprikel. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Blue Skittle just screaming into the chat. That is so unlike you, Skittle. How are you, Blue Skittle? Also, thanks for being here. You guys should go follow a Blue Skittle if you aren't already. Incredible artist who I also feel like should be an art partner, quite frankly. I feel like there's quite a few artists here on Twitch and I'm like, man, there's no reason. Anyway, I don't want to pressure you though. I'm not going to pull a lint and force you to go for partner, but if you ever do announce a partner push, you just let me know. We will be there. Shark Geek, hello, it's good to see you. Shark Geek is another awesome streamer here on Twitch. A shark conservationist, does lots of cool diving streams and videos. So many cool people in chat. Raga, hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here as well. Yumina Kakarot, I'm glad you're excited about tigers. And Dracon and Fox Confessor and Miss Art Rules. And let's see, Mayor of Canada, hello. Silvo, howdy howdy. Germs, how are you doing? It's good to see you, Germs. Dally, of course, we were chatting, but hello. I'm glad you're so excited. Gosh golly, it's Tigers Day. Hokey pokey, guys, it's tigers. Let's see. And of course, thank you, Amaze, for pinning that. If anyone needs references, my Pinterest board full of tiger references is at the top of chat. Thank you, Amaze. I appreciate your help in getting that up there. Feel free to click that at any time, folks. If you want a place to start. You don't have to use my reference board, of course. Christmas Cat, hello. Ray of Sun, hello. How is everyone doing? So thank you so much for being here. It's always an honor to have folks coming into chat, and thank you for getting here, like, I don't know, just to hang out and draw and be excited about art. It means a lot. I know it's like not the most exciting thing on Twitch, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Jack Lantern, hello, and Rambling Court Jester, hello. Oh boy, we have a joke. Did you hear about the guy who wore 2 jackets when he painted his house? The instructions on the can said put on 2 coat. Oh my gosh. Thank you for cheesing, Court Jester, Miss Art Rules. Hey, Frozen Yak, it's good to see you. How are you doing today? If the filter gets clogged, yeah, maybe I need to look and see if there's a filter. I didn't really take a too close of a look at it last night. I just left. But I should go look at my AC. It definitely struggled yesterday. Ryu, of course, hello. Good to see you always. Hope you're doing well, by the way. I hope the job is going good. I did know tigers chuff. Yeah, they do. I'm doing pretty good. Was it a fun clean? I mean, I don't know about fun clean. It felt productive, but I also didn't eat breakfast because I was cleaning, so I don't know. It was fine. It was, you know, it was one more thing off the to-do list that I don't have to think about anymore, so there's that. Let's see. Scrolling. Ain't no party like a double hat party. That's true. That's true. Those are facts. Cabin Cats, hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, I think I'm getting toward the bottom of the chat. Leet loot, lot, leet loot, da da da, dee dee dee. Oh, you're obsessed with tigers. That's good. You're trying to do an art attack. Nice. I am so behind on art fight. I want to do some art fights today. I might stream them tomorrow afternoon. Oh no, wait. Tomorrow afternoon is the sculpting stream. So yeah, if I'm gonna do art fight, it basically needs to be today. So I have to go to my day job the rest of the week. You guys, at what point do you quit your day job, guys? Like, what's a reasonable level to quit your day job? I might find out this winter. We'll see. I'm gonna try to push really hard and see if I can't make this actually work. And thank you guys for being here to help encourage that. Frankly, just hanging out and lurking. If you would like to help me reach that goal of being a full-time artist, just hanging out helps so much here on Twitch. You guys have no idea. Well, some of you might, but it really does mean the world. Let's see. But it was a loving, gentle pressuring amaze, and I was not the only one. Hey, Dr. Hubs, it's good to see you. Happy World Tiger Day to you, too. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the lyric, Marcus. I appreciate that lurking, and just letting me collect those Bezos bucks from ad revenue. Seriously, all of that just means a lot. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom of chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's more like I need to be able to pay the bills, pay for health insurance, put away for retirement, and then I'll feel comfortable, and I feel like I've only got one of those things covered right now with with my gigging. So I don't know, but I'm also not taking commissions right now, so I kind of wonder if I couldn't. I don't know, sometimes I do wonder. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely reaching like a capacity load that I just can't. It's not sustainable. I don't know. I'm feeling perpetually behind on all the stuff I need to be doing. Like, it's taking me so long to update my shop. And so most of the time, because I can only work Monday through Wednesday at the studio, I have to make choices like, well, do I go to the grocery store today, or do I continue to live on boxed food and work all day in the studio? Which is the decision I have to make today. I'm kind of waffling right now. It's like I have so much I want to get done, and I'm feeling like today is a good day to get it done. I don't have any appointments or anything else breaking up my day. But I do kind of need to restock the pantry. I don't know. I might do that next week, since I'm off anyway. I don't support peer pressure. Wait, when did I say that? What do you mean? Wait, what? What? Wait. When did I say that? Also, the monthly art showcase, folks. I haven't really done a great job talking about the showcase. There's been a lot going on this month, but if you want to join the showcase, you have until the end of the month to submit. Basically, at the stroke of midnight on the 31st, or I guess on the 1st of August, I will kind of cut off entries in that channel. I wish there was a way to automate that. Does anyone know of a bot that will do that for you in Discord? Because I'm sleeping during that time. It would be nice if there was like a way to do that. But basically, I'll just put a line there, and anything above that line is what we will look at on stream. And anything submitted in August, you have all of August to submit a piece, as long as it's work safe. Feel free to post it in there. That's really the only ask that I have. Work safe and obviously your own art, like no AI, no tracing, no, stolen work, no copied work. But yeah, if you want to put something in there to show us off, you can also post links in there. Like, feel free to use it as like promotion of any projects you're working on or your socials or anything like that. It'll give people a chance to know where to find you. So if you'd like to, an alarm clock bot, is that really a thing? Paradox Moose, or are you just saying stuff? I'm messing with you. It was when you said it was loving pressure. You said, I hope it wasn't. I hope there's no bitterness there. I think you're doing a great job as an art streamer, and I hope you're enjoying it. I hope that I didn't do a big bad. I just knew you'd be good at it, that's all. Hi, it's not my birthday, Paradox Moose. It's still not my birthday. My birthday has already passed. I wonder sometimes, Ryu. All the hearts, though. Sparky Pugwash, hey, it's good to see you. How are you doing today? Alright, I'm gonna start with the skull, the skeletal study. And for anyone who's new around here, hasn't really seen an art gym before, what I try to, kind of reinforce to everyone is you don't necessarily... Oh, thank you for whoever just followed. I appreciate that. It's not my birthday, no. Lab Goat, I love your name. Thank you so much for the follow. So what you want to do is focus on shape and form and proportion. We're trying to learn here. We're not trying to copy intricately every piece of the skeleton. If that's how you want to do a study, like if you really want to get good at like bone detail or something and you want to really intricately study the skeleton, go for it. I'm not trying to say that's bad. But if you have to think about what your goal is. Like anytime you're doing a study, what is my goal? Is my goal to make a perfect copy of this image? Or is my goal to actually learn from this image and learn from this reference so that I can create imaginative art, like create my own characters, create my own stories and illustrations? For a lot of people in the chat and in this community, that is the goal, right? Is to get better at imaginative drawing. And so if that's your goal, you have to keep that in mind when you're studying, because if all you do when you study is copy, you're not directing yourself toward that goal, you're directing yourself toward the goal of hyperrealism, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But like, if you're, again, depending on your goal, it's gonna impact how you study. So think about what your long-term goal is. There's nothing wrong with developing a copy skill. In fact, I think hyperrealists are probably already kind of really trained on observation, so they'd be really good at imaginative drawing. It's just about rewiring that way of thinking about the purpose of why you're putting marks down. But for me, I'm trying to get better at, say, like drawing a tiger out of my imagination. So in order to do that, I have to ask myself questions as I'm drawing. Like, okay, the skull looks like this, but look at how big the teeth are in compared to like the rest of the face. So like if I were to go draw a tiger snarling, I wouldn't draw tiny teeth, right, for example. So you're taking notes. You're kind of taking visual notes as you work. So that's kind of what we're trying to do when we do studies. So if you're working on your study, keep in mind 2 things. 1, study, don't copy. Okay, ask questions about what you're learning. And then 2, remember, you're gonna make some bad drawings, and it's okay. We're here to get the bad drawings out. All right, so I just want to encourage anybody who's maybe newer to doing studies, or maybe you haven't studied anything in a really long time. Just know it takes like 1,000 bad drawings to get to a good drawing. And if you're gonna do some drawing later in the day, you might as well get your bad drawings out now, right? Just get them out of the way now. We're doing some studies, we're doing some observation. Worst case, you learn something, okay? So the end goal isn't necessarily a perfect image. The end goal is to, you know, to take that in and to learn. As an educator, you hear the art teacher. I know, my art teacher comes out so strong with Art Gym. I can't help it. I'm trying to be encouraging, but I'm also saying these things for myself because, like, for years, I avoided doing studies. This was literally on my to-do list every single day, was to get the bad drawings out. That's actually why it's the motto, is because that's what I would write down on my to-do list every day. So I was like, I'm gonna be an illustrator and I have to do studies to get better, so I'm gonna start my day with studies. Never did it. Did it like maybe 5 times in as many years, right? So I'm saying it as much for myself as for anyone else. But I know that I'm probably not the only one who feels this way, so I don't know. People seem to think that it's helpful. I feel bad for my regulars probably having to hear the same thing over and over, but you know, I don't know. It's slowly sinking into my skull, so maybe it's slowly sinking into someone else's. Or maybe I'm just being really annoying. But anyway, I think I missed a few things in chat. Let's see. Recently bought Cintiq 16. Oh, nice. Congrats. It's not my birthday again, Skittle. No, don't listen to Moose. Moose is a fibber. Let's see. Hey, Pyro. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, the size of the lower jawbone. I mean, this is an animal with a strong bite force. And look at the size of the feet in comparison to the head. Like, do you see the size of these paws? Like, that's a really big, like, this is a great, I like this reference because it really shows off the sheer size of the strength of these critters. You can also see these really strong bone attachments, like here and here on the elbow, the feet. Like, this is a place where muscle's gonna attach, right? So if it was really small, it would be less strong, like less powerful in the forearm. But because they're so big, there's just things you can learn from a skeleton the more you study that you can then keep in mind when you're designing. So yeah, that's kind of the goal here. Thank you for the lurk. You guys, again, if you're not following Blue Skittle, make sure that you do. Fantastic art streamer here on the platform. If you like cats and magical environments and beautiful, beautiful atmospheric paintings, you will love Blue Skittle's streams. Also, just very calm and chill. Love hanging out with Skittle just for the ASMR. Hey Zenith, how are you? Reporting for Art Gym. Thank you guys for showing up to Art Gym and for being my accountability buddies, honestly. It means a lot. Really appreciate you. There's a huge problem you have with hands. Yeah, we should probably do a hand study again. It's been a while since we did a hand study. What I always tell people too is if you're not feeling the topic, like if you don't really want to draw tigers today, maybe you want to draw hands. Here's the cool thing about hands though. Most of us have at least 1, if not 2 references attached to our bodies at any given time. So what I always recommend is if you're able to, is to draw your own hand. You're not going to like the drawing, especially the first few times if you've never done it before, but it is going to teach you a whole lot because when you're drawing from life, there's no implied line around the thing you're drawing. You have to make that for yourself. You have to make those decisions. So your brain is working harder. It's working differently than the way that it would be working with a 2-dimensional reference like this. So, you know, we can't always, like, I can't draw, I'm not bringing a tiger into my studio. This isn't the Lion King production crew, okay? Like, I'm not bringing a live animal in here, but I can look at photos. But if you can go to the zoo is a great place to do tiger studies. So yeah, always try to draw from life if you can. Let's see. Oh, good luck at the dentist, Skittle. And belated... She can't deny that. Well, here's the thing. Time to go to the Indian jungle. No, well, I don't know about that. Big murder beans. It's true. No, for anyone... Paradox Moose. Okay, I don't think I gave context to this when you said this the other day. So Paradox Moose keeps congratulating me on affiliate. So I'm just going to give a little context to everybody. During the the early stages of the partner push, when I was kind of waiting to unlock the application or whatever, I was waiting for like an alert or something from Twitch, and I got this alert that said congratulations, you've been accepted into, and I just like didn't finish reading it and got really excited on stream. I don't think anybody clipped it, thankfully. I don't know. If it exists as a clip, I'm not aware of it. But I got really excited. And then when I looked closer, it said affiliate program, and I was like, oh. And for context, I've been an affiliate for like 6 years on Twitch. So at least maybe 7. I've been on Twitch for a while. And anyway, I was like, well, that was a really belated congrats. Oh, thank you so much, Paleontologist VA. Would you like to be in the sub-zoo, Paleo? Let me know. Thank you so much for that sub. For the 11 months, oh my gosh, that's almost a year. I'm very, very grateful for that. If you would like to be in the party animal sub-zoo, just let me know an animal that you'd like to be. But anyway, that's the context for why Moose keeps teasing me about being affiliate. I think it was something like they sent it out to everybody who was an affiliate because they were resetting something with the program. It was probably before they announced the way that they were changing it. And everybody who was already affiliate got that alert. But it was like that day, it happened while I was streaming and while I was like being anxious about the partner application. So anyway, yes, a glorious day. I finally made affiliate, guys. And thank you again, Paradox Moose. That and I congratulated you on partner before you were partner, and you always got mad at me. Oh, is that why? Oh, I thought you were just making fun of me for that thing I did on stream. I didn't get mad. I just got anxious. I just was worried that they would say no, and then all of your congrats would have felt so bad. I wasn't angry. I don't get angry very often. I don't even know if Ryu has seen me really angry before. I was furious. Okay, come on. I cussed you out. Did I? Okay, listen. Anybody who has hung out on this stream for more than 5 seconds knows that I don't do that. Once and once was plenty. Oh, really? What? Oh, I don't even remember. When was I mad? I don't even remember. A woodpecker. Okay, I'll add you to the list here. You saw there. Germs, don't you help. I was upsetty spaghetti. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember what the instance was. I tend to keep my angers to myself if I get angry at all. Let's see. Where is Subzoo? Woodpecker. Thank you so much, Paleo, again. I appreciate that. Oh, here we go. Okay. Woodpecker. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that sub. Got you on the missing animals list. I'll get you I'll get you properly added probably after stream. I don't think anybody wants to hang out and watch me catch up on that massive list, so. You were really angry. It's the only time I can remember you being thus. It was in high school and I don't recall the context. Huh. Yeah, well, it's all those high school hormones, you know, just bringing out the anger. San Francisco garter snake. Okay, let me finish this skeleton and then I'll do that, Germs. In Hearthstone? You don't remember because you blacked out as you killed the guy? No. No. Yes, Ryu is my proxy cursor. Which you guys should also be following my friend Ryu, by the way. I hope I don't embarrass you when I do this, Ryu, but Ryu is the person who got me on Twitch. We've been friends since 1st grade. Ryu has known me forevers. If you want to hang out with one of my best friends, definitely go hang out with Ryu. Always playing lots of fun games. Is also a voice actress. And has done some cool stuff. And also just a cool person in general. So you should go hang out with Ryu. Oh, HS is Hearthstone's abbreviation. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I don't. I've never played that. I have had very little time to play mini games in like the last decade, so I'm pretty much any games I've played are from before the last decade. Before I was a teacher and had time, basically. Truly forever. Yeah, I literally can't remember life. Well, I have a couple of memories from daycare before I met you, Ryu, but not many memories before I knew Ryu. So, you know, we go way back. We go way back. We gotta put the old lady voices on. We played FF8 in that Jurassic Park game. I still have that, and that game is still so hard. The PlayStation 1 Jurassic Park game could never figure it out. I think that one level that we tried for probably 3 hours to get through. Oh, jeez. We never got past the yeah, there was a... Was it? I thought we got to, like, the next one. I don't remember. It was, like, the 4th or 5th level. It was like that with a Bugs Life game, too. The Bugs Life game was really hard for me. And also Croc. Okay, maybe I was just bad at... maybe I was just bad at games. There's a lot of games from my childhood that I just never got through. I did finally finish Final Fantasy VIII. It only took, you know, my entire life. Final Fantasy VIII was the hardest FF game. Couldn't get past the dance cinematic. Wait, what's the dance cinematic? Wait, which part was that? Wait, you mean on disc 1, Paradox Moose? You mean at the training center? After, oh my... Paradox Moose. After loving Final Fantasy VII, 8 was a bigger disappointment than everything other than my son. Wow. I don't know if this is the right place to work out those feelings, Moose, but that is a statement. That is a statement. So I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until after 8. 8 was my first Final Fantasy game. So it's my favorite, obviously, just by nostalgic first exposure to it. But I will say, after having beaten it, it was definitely a weird game. And I think as a game, I probably enjoy 10 more. I think I would replay 10 again before I would replay 8 again. But just for pure, like, nostalgia, like, my first exposure to anything Final Fantasy, like, when I think of Final Fantasy summons, I think of, like, Carbuncle and Shiva and Ifrit from that game, and, like, I don't know. I have a lot of my early associations with the franchise with Final Fantasy VIII, so... You went for cookies? Wait, what? Are you the dad? Went missing after fetch milk. Oh my gosh. At least you went for cookies. Cookies are good. 9 or 10 is what you should... Yeah, I actually feel like 9 is a good one to start with. But 9 or 10... Yeah, 10 maybe also. Sure, because it's so linear and it's pretty easy to understand. Yeah, I think it's just the nostalgia of 8 for me. Yeah. But see, those are the kinds of games I most likely will not play on Twitch, just because I feel like they're not... I don't know. If I play a game on Twitch, I really want it to be like an art-centric sort of a game. Like, I really want to keep the art theme as strong as I can here. I'm still very hesitant to just, like, casually play whatever. Maybe one day that will change. I don't know. Maybe if I ever stop being afraid of the game side of Twitch, that will change. But I'm very afraid to, like, play a popular game, like, on Twitch. It just seems like that's how you get the trolls. And I like not having trolls. I like you guys. You guys are great. And we have such a nice little cozy community here, and I don't want to ruin it, you know? I'm so afraid to ruin a good thing. They say nothing gold can stay, folks. But I'm gonna try. You spent the most time playing original and 7. Where I was in Tactics. I actually really liked Tactics, but I didn't finish it. I played a game called Ark the Lad. Twilight of the Spirits that felt very, like, a little bit Tactics-y. But I really, really enjoyed Final Fantasy XII, actually. If there was, like, I think that's the most modern, quote-unquote, Final Fantasy game I've played is 12. I haven't played anything past 12. Mostly because I don't have anything to play those things on, but also time. But I really, really enjoyed 12. It was my first exposure to any kind of a sandbox RPG. And I spent a lot of hours just, like, level grinding, because I'm one of those weirdos who actually really enjoys leveling and grinding and, like, powering things up. Like, that's a big fun time for me. So a game like that is pretty much made for me. Oh, Legaia. Yeah, Legaia and Dragoon. I actually replayed Legaia a couple years ago. It was a good time. Otto the Potato! I'm so honored to have you. Thank you for coming in. 12 was made by the game director of my favorite game of all time. Ogre Battle. March. I've never heard of it. Yes, yes. Casey Paranoid Arts. It's true, Raga. You're not wrong. I know that I'm... Like, there's a part of me that knows I'm being unreasonably paranoid that it'll probably be fine. Like, in all likelihood, it will be fine. But there's just enough horror stories that I've seen and heard that I'm like, oh, but what if, though? But, like, maybe just be a little risk-averse and just stick to art games, because I like playing the games we've played, and they feel like they're on theme, and, you know, they're not, I don't know, there's no danger there. I feel like that's okay. Something Rod Typhoon. So actually, I have a couple of here, since we're talking about Dragoon. Let's turn up some musics. I do have really great mods. I know. Here's the thing. I don't want to overtax my mods. Like, I would still like the mods to have a good time here and not feel stressed. So, I don't know. Does this sound familiar to you? It is the battle theme. It has good music. That game, Dragoon, has really good music. Also, there's some other stuff on here I don't know if you would recognize. Actually, I'm really curious if there's a couple of game OSTs in here that are safe to use or whatever for stream that I play sometimes. That you might, I don't know if you'll recognize all of them. Some might be too obscure even for you. Dragoon is your #1 JRPG. It's a good one. I need to replay it someday. Okay, let me finish the skeleton. We'll do the drumming animal game, and then I'll work on applying some of the skeletal knowledge to this image down below. And again, remember, the purpose is not to exactly copy. The purpose is to study. Okay, I'm trying to ask questions like, what do I notice about the claws? What do I notice about the proportions of the hands? You know, all that kind of stuff. So. Oops. Sorry, this one got a little loud. Let me turn that down slightly. So that's why mostly when I'm doing this stuff, in case anyone's wondering, like, why is Casey just blobbing this skeleton? Why is she just scribbling? Well, for me, it's more about proportion. Remember, we each have our own goals with studies. For me, I'm really trying to understand, like, what is the proportion of this animal? Where kind of is the general placement of stuff, so that when I look at a reference, I can understand what I'm drawing. Understanding the anatomy that's going on underneath the skin is going to help you be able to figure out what you're even looking at, especially if you're looking at a static two-dimensional image like this. Because otherwise you might get confused. You might not know that this is like a big space right here, okay? Like between... How do I do it on top of this? Oh shoot, that's why I put this in the wrong folder. Let's try again. Yeah, so like you might not know there's like this big space here, and that's what this little divot is, right? It also shows you like, okay, well, if I'm mapping this out, I could say here's that hip that I see right there. Here's that knee, so you can see the knee of the animal here. And then that comes down to this part. There's the ankle, there's the ball of the foot. So you can kind of piece together the anatomy from the reference that you're looking at. And that's really helpful, because that's going to help you know how to actually, like, here's the knee, right? Like, you may not have realized that the knee of the animal is right here if you hadn't looked at the skeleton first. So you should be asking yourself those kinds of questions so that you can understand what you're actually drawing. So we have, like, the ankle, the knee, the ball of the foot is right here. So this is actually the heel of the animal. So the ankle is really kind of right where those bones connect. And a lot of people don't realize that about animals. But this is actually the foot. It's like if you were to put like a human foot shape on this, it would be like they're walking on their tiptoes. That's why they're called digitigrade. You're walking on your digits. Most creatures are digitigrade. They walk on their tiptoes, whereas we as humans walk up plantigrade. We walk on our heel right here. There's a couple other animals that do too, but even things like elephants. If you look at an elephant skeleton, they are walking on their tiptoes. They just have a big foot pad underneath to support their weight. So, my alerts are loud. That's so strange. Thank you for letting me know. Let me adjust those. I've lowered them so many times, and so I don't know why they keep being too loud. But that's really good to know, because I definitely don't want to make anybody else jump scare. They're only supposed to be loud for me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dolly. Let me see if I can adjust that. You have trouble studying human anatomy? You always get stuck staring at the high knee. Wait, what? Artist Typhoon, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can figure this out. Is it better to sketch with the least amount of lines possible? I think it's kind of up to you. I personally prefer a lot of mark making, but that's because I tend to draw more sculpturally, so I'm kind of building this up in my head as I'm drawing. I'm kind of sculpting the drawing. Some people don't work that way, so it's kind of, you kind of have to figure out your own style. I think maybe the best way to say what's better for you is like, do you feel it's effective? If you feel like when you're using simple lines that you're not being very effective at describing the shape or making it look three-dimensional, you might need more detail lines for your own personal way of putting images down on paper. So that's just something you kind of have to explore, I think. Because there's not really like a one answer, I think, way. Everyone's going to have a different answer to that. That's why they're so quiet. They're tiptoeing. Exactly. Yeah, elephants are digitigrade, Dracon. Yep, they sure are. Yeah. Glen Keane is a searcher? Yes. I think I'm probably more of a searcher. I've never heard of it put that way. I always think of it as sculpting. So like for me, I'm describing the shape with lines. So I'm scribbling like this because for me it's like, I'm like building up the clay of the piece, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it other than that. But let me go to my alerts. I also forget where my alerts are being controlled. Hopefully this will help. I'll do a little test one to see if it's any better. I can't remember if I'm using Twitch alerts or if I'm using Streamlabs. Okay, I lowered the volume. Let me try one really fast. Is that better? Or is that still too loud? Hey Ernesto, how are you? It's good? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so sorry that they were loud. I swear I've turned all these down before, and they're all back up for some reason. So I don't really know why. So strange. Okay. How are you doing, Ernesto? Thanks for being here. You thought they were closer pairs? Nope. So if you look at go look at an elephant skeleton, you'll see that they walk on their tiptoes. But it's because they have that big foot pad that they look like they could be plantigrade for sure, because you can't see the toe definition. Same thing with Brachiosaurus, like all of the, you know, Apatosaurus and all of the sauropods. Like they are all digitigrade. So it's a common response to actually a larger animal, because when you're walking on your tiptoes, you can put like a huge foot pad underneath to carry that weight. Okay, let's do the draw me an animal. So we have a draw me an animal request. I'm gonna get to that really fast. Here's my quick little tiger skull study. Okay. Sorry, I just realized I did not have my mod view up. There we go. Okay. Oh, and there's a prediction. Thank you to whoever made the prediction for me. I forgot. Unsurprisingly. Did not remember. Oh my gosh, Mayor of Canada. Anders Celsius, a Swedish astronomer and physicist, was short, but he claimed to be fair in height. Are you pleased, Mayor of Canada? Is that why you highlighted it, so that I would read it? Well, you get cheese. You get cheese for your efforts. Very cheesy. Okay. Where is my mod view so I can do the thing? Here it is. Let's see. Treat yourself. I did that. Oh, I hydrated yesterday. A bunch. Okay, first and second was Oh Catastrophe. I don't know if you're still here, okay. But, thank you for being here. Hydrate from Scully. Thank you, Scully. I'm sorry that I missed that, potentially. Quite pleased with the cheese. Good. Oh wait, these are all from yesterday. Hold on. I have to clear all the things. There we go. Okay, San Francisco garter snake. So for anybody who has not been here for a Draw Me an Animal before, this is just a fun little game that we can play every once in a while. And you redeem it with channel points, you request an animal, and I have to draw what I think that animal looks like. I'm not familiar with this animal. I mean, it's a garter snake, it looks like, but other than that, no idea. So, San Francisco garter snake. I mean, I kind of know what a garter snake looks like, but as far as this specific one, I have no clue. So I have 5 minutes to draw what I think it is. It's 9:55, so I'm just gonna draw a cute little snake. Ah, not a squirrel, a snake. Although we are squirreling a little bit, but hopefully that squirrel alert wasn't too loud. Did that jump scare anyone else? I turned on all of the other ones that I could find. Let's see. It scared you? Oh no. Sky Striker, you scared the chat. How are you doing, by the way? I probably need to, I don't know, I feel like that that command just gets so abused. It's all, I think it's usually just like a curiosity click, or people just trying to jump scare me rather than what it's intended for. Alright, let's see. Oh, and by the way, for Draw Me an Animal game, please no hints in the chat about color or anything like that. Just, you know, do what you need to do. You can laugh at me as I get it wrong. That's usually what I think happens. It's intended to tell you a squirrel's eating your birdseed. That's not really what it's intended to do either, no. No. Art Gym has made you more confident to be. Oh my gosh, Dally, that's a huge honor. I thank you for showing up and working out with me, and I appreciate you being in this space. I'm really glad that the Art Gym has helped anybody. It's certainly helped me feel less anxiety about doing studies, and that was kind of my big holdup for a long time. I mean, I figure if I can make a bad drawing in front of strangers on the internet, then I can probably make a few on my own. So I don't feel the same sort of like trepidation that I've felt for years with like doing studies. So I know it's certainly helped me, and it's an honor that it would help anybody either get into drawing or feel inspired to draw more. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for sharing. That's a big honor. I'll agree to disagree. Okay, that's fine. Moose, something tells me that you enjoy agreeing to disagree. Alright, San Francisco garter snake. I'm gonna say it's brown and maybe has like some red markings. I don't know. Garter snakes can have quite the variety. But I really don't know much about this particular species. You don't agree? Aha! I see. I see. Suspicions confirmed. Peregrinus? How you doing, Ungoy? I really need to have the same mindset with my usual sketches that I do for the art gym, so don't get stuck on one sketch and get fresh. Yeah, no, but it's like, it's all about teaching good habits to yourself, right? Like learning when to just start a new drawing, or learning when to, like, how to make adjustments on the fly, or yeah, just learning how to like I think a big one for me is just knowing when to like let a drawing go and do it again, and you might like the second one better. In fact, you're more likely to enjoy the second pass better if you struggled with the first one. Just because you've kind of worked out some of the struggle in that first one. It's that whole idea behind getting the bad drawings out, right? Like, you gotta do a few bad ones to get to the good ones sometimes, and that's okay. I don't know. It's certainly been a lesson that I've been trying to take in and learn. Hey Steve, how's it going? We're playing a very silly game right now. This is my guess at what a San Francisco garter snake looks like, and then once I'm done just being goofy with it, we're gonna go look it up and learn about it, and then we're gonna have an ad. Oops, deselect. There we go. Steve is another fantastic artist you guys should be following. Steve's sketches. It's good to see you. How's it going? Hey Rue, I missed you coming in. How's the lurk? Well, I guess you're lurking, so I won't ask you how the lurk is. Let's see. A certain Carson has helped you with getting an art again. That's awesome. Through him you found other artists like me. Oh, that's great, Cabin Cats. That's one of the beautiful things about Art Twitch, I feel like. It's such a, if you can get plugged into this community, it's honestly one of the most supportive online art communities, at least that I've ever been a part of. So I'm honored. I'm honored you found your way here. Alright, let's look at the San Francisco garter snake before we get stuck in ads. Oh, it does have red, but it's not the colors I chose. It's definitely not the colors I chose. I have seen this snake before. Very cool. It's got those like really, really vibrant, almost turquoise markings with like an orangish red. Really, really pretty. Really pretty garter snake. It almost looks like a rat snake. I feel like I associate corn and rat snakes with these bright colors, but garter snake, really interesting. I'm not familiar with this one. Oh, and I guess warning if people don't like snakes. I should have said that. San Francisco garter snake. Let's learn about it. Here, I'll link it to you guys in the chat too, so you can learn about it with me. Yeah, it's a really pretty one. You redid your art station. That's awesome. I'm proud of you too, Dally. That's a big job. Oh no, it's endangered. Aw. Okay. It's a slender, multicolored subspecies of the common garter snake. Designated as an endangered species since 1967, it's endemic to San Mateo County and the extreme northern part of coastal Santa Cruz County in California. Some researchers estimate that there's only 1,000 to 2,000 adult snakes, remaining. The full extent of the habitat has not been fully documented. Many snakes utilize creeks and other waterways that are currently unexplored. Oh my gosh, that's sad. I wonder if there's like there has to be some kind of a captive breeding program, because I feel like I've seen these snakes kept in like in pets or something. Outlook for the subspecies. Many of the factors that led to the listing of the snake on the list continue to affect them. The environmental elements include loss of habitat from agriculture, commercial, and urban development, of course, as well as collection by reptile fanciers and breeders. Okay, I was gonna say, I think I've seen pictures of these guys in captivity a fair bit. That's a shame that people are privately collecting them like that when they need to be in the wild to be able to keep their population going. They're very pretty, but man. Well, I definitely got this one wrong. I mean, it's a snake, but yeah, that's a given, you know? But it is always cool to learn about a new species. And guys, if you live in that area, don't pick up snakes. Let them live in their wild habitat. And don't kill them either. They're garter snakes. They're harmless to humans. There's no toxins you need to worry about. Yeah. To the front page. Exactly, Steve. I agree. That one's up next. No, the vaquita first. The vaquita first. Although you joke, I am planning on doing more conservation streams. Once we do save the vaquita day. I have a couple of animals also on my radar, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's do a stretch during the ads. But listen, I can't think of a better use for the front page of Twitch, quite honestly. I'm excited about Save the Vaquita Day. Hopefully nothing bad happens. But let's see. There should be an ad starting, so we're gonna stretch. During the ads, I just like to take a 1 hour break every hour, so this is your 1 hour reminder to stretch, to hydrate. Conservation, that's right. That's absolutely right. Technically we're down to 1 Casey, so oh no, Casey's endangered, help. It's true, I am endangered. This is all I brought for food today, so I might be going endangered today. No, we're gonna stretch. I'll be fine. I have a huge block of cheese here. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, feel free to unshrimp. We like to unshrimp around here. So take your arched back, kind of overcorrect, and hold. You just want to like push your shoulder blades together. Really flex them though. Don't just like passively hold them here, but really like actively push your shoulder blades together. It's supposed to be a really good stretch for like those little tiny muscles in your neck and your back and your shoulders. And those are all the muscles that kind of hold your shoulders where they need to be. So feel free to join me in that. I usually try to hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. That's supposed to be like a good range for stretching. So I use the ad counter timer to do it. And after that, we'll do some like tendon, hand, and wrist kind of stretches. So. No, I murdered an animal by accident. Oh no, you're trying to avoid running over a snake and you ended up running over another one? Oh no, Dally, I'm so sorry. Do feed wild Casey's with cheese. That's true. Yes, that is why we call the donation pool the cheese fund around here, because y'all know what I'm gonna buy if I have the option. I'm gonna buy some cheese. Alright, I think I've done my stretch. So, yeah, you just kind of unarch your back after you finish holding that posture. So basically you're going from this to an overcorrection and then relaxed. So it's just gonna kind of straighten you up a little bit. And then my other one that I like to do is one that a physical therapist taught me. Said they were really good for tendons, for your hand, for your wrist, to like alleviate carpal tunnel stuff. You take your hand and your fingers and then you point them at the floor. So you're just rotating your wrist outward like that. Then you take your other hand and gently pull toward your body for about, again, 20 to 45 seconds. I usually do this one a little bit less because I'm a little bit wary of like straining my tendons here, but I tend to go about 20 to 30 seconds. And you're just gonna, if this one hurts actually, like if this is hard or awkward to do, you can also just do the prayer pose. It basically does the same thing. I just prefer this one because I can really get some good torque on my fingers. Because I tend to be a little bit over flexible. There we go. Do the same thing with the other hand. Oh no, did I tell you that I went vegan almost a year? No, I didn't know that. Because you went to Scotland with your family, fell in love with a lamb, and it hopped around to a sign that said fresh lamb here, and I just cried and gave up eating meat for like 8 to 9 months. Oh, I mean, valid. I will say, I do find, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to think about. It's hard to think about as an animal lover, for sure. I totally understand why people would stop eating meat. For reasons like that. Yeah, I think we're out of ads though, so welcome back from ads, everybody. I'm gonna take another bite of my now cold breakfast rice. not being healthy today. I'm gonna do an actual tiger study now. So I usually like to pick one that's like in a similar pose to whatever skeletal reference I used, just so I can kind of practice applying those things. And then I'll get into some more fun poses. Let's see. You're back to eating meat because I discovered I'm allergic to most vegan meat. Oh no. Well, and there's some people too that like need to eat meat as a protein. Like I have a friend who was vegetarian for like majority of her life, but was having some pretty bad health issues. And then went to the doctor, got some blood tests, and was like, oh, like you're somebody who actually needs to have like this specific type of protein. So she doesn't eat a lot of it, but she does eat a little meat now. Oh, and we have another drawing animal. Okay, let's do that one really fast because I'm gonna get distracted. Stygiomedusa giganti. I have no idea. Stygiomedusa giganti. Is that... Wait. I'm thinking of all the dinosaurs I know that have those names. I don't know if that's a dinosaur. Let's see. Stygi... Oh, jeez. Alright, draw me an animal. We're doing one more really fast. And then it'll be 30 minutes before it can be redeemed again. Stygiomedusa. Feel free to look it up, but just don't give me any hints in the chat. I'm probably going to get this really wrong because I'm terrible at Latin. I have no idea. Something large? Something with lots of spikes and or prongs, I guess? Prehistoric Planet is great. The new season's set during the Ice Age and Tom Hiddleston's narrating. Ooh, Pucko, that's exciting. I'm loving all these prehistoric, like, pseudo-documentaries we're getting lately, like the Walking with Dinosaurs reboot, which I still haven't seen, but I would like to. Would love an Ice Age one. Would love more dinosaur ones, obviously, but... Okay. Prehistoric Planet is great. It's on Apple TV. Whatever it's called. Apple Plus, Apple TV. It's like one of... I would recommend getting a trial to Apple TV just for Prehistoric Planet, to be honest. And Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's, especially the first 2 seasons. Very good. Oh, treat myself. Thank you. I'll just keep eating breakfast. I have permission now. No, I need to go get more treats to put in the studio, because that's supposed to be like a special treat, but I'm all out of snacks here right now. Okay, Stygiomedusa gigantea. It's something big with lots of prongs. This could be anything. I have no idea. This is why I prefer, if there is a common name, I always prefer the common name, but I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just draw it. I don't think it is, because like I'm thinking Medusa steratops, I'm thinking Stygimoloch, but it's not those. But I'm very stuck on dinosaur because of that. I wonder if it's like another type of gigantea. I don't think it's dinosaur. Something big. Maybe it's like a giant butterfly with a bunch of things on it. What else could it be? I'm trying to think of stuff that doesn't often have a common name that's extant. I feel like this has to have a common name. I'm just being tricked. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna draw a bug of some kind with, like, lots of prongs on it. We'll just draw, like, a crazy moth. Crazy moth. As long as food is incoming, yes. Thank you, Mom Mod. I appreciate you. Let's actually just do the moth this way. I have no idea, you guys. When they're Latin names, I just don't have any clues. It's so hard unless I happen to know and it's like a dinosaur or something. I don't know. I'm most definitely getting this wrong. The moth kissed the bug snapper. Hiccups. Oh no, my tiger looks like a person wearing a realistic tiger suit. Hey, that's okay. You just got your first drawing out of the way. Just do another one. Maybe you'll like the other one better. Again, sometimes your second pass is better than your first, and there's no shame in redrawing if you don't like the first one. You're gonna learn each time, and you're gonna take what you learned from the first one and apply it to the second one. Yeah, this is definitely wrong. This is definitely wrong. I have no idea what this animal is that I'm being requested to draw. Do do dee 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 do 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 do. Da 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 da. Here we go. We're gonna make it colorful just because. Just because he wants to be colorful. It's definitely more of a butterfly pattern, but that's okay. We're gonna do a butterfly study because I feel like I have not actually studied butterflies, and there's a lot of intricacy there that I'm just not familiar with, other than like a very general shapes sort of a knowledge. So I need to do some of these. There we go. Okay. There's my version of whatever this is. It's most likely extremely wrong. Hi, Easel. How are you? Let's behold. It's probably like some prehistoric creature. And I just drew a giant fuzzy moth. Oh, well, it is an ancient creature. But it is not extinct. It is extant. Stygiomedusa. Commonly known as the giant phantom jellyfish. I knew it had a common name. I was like, something with like this much iconic like verbiage in the title has to have a common name. Anything with giant in it, we always give it a common name. I knew it. I knew I was being tricked. Giant phantom jelly. It's the only known species in the monotypic genus of the deep sea jellyfish. There's only 110 sightings in the last as many years. Wow. It's a jellyfish that is rarely seen, but believed to be widespread throughout the world, with the exception of the Arctic Ocean. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute's remotely operated underwater vehicles have only sighted the jelly 27 times. A study conducted focused on it in the Gulf of Mexico revealed information about the wider distribution of the species. Look at this. Let's look at it. Whoa. Wow. It looks like a carpet. Like that is some of the thickest, most fibrous like jellyfish particulate that I've ever seen. Holy cow. Swimming feels like a generous statement about what we just saw that jellyfish doing. I think that jellyfish was just floating. It is really cool, but it looks like a bunch of fabric, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't look like a... And it's upside down. It's like the opposite way that I would expect a jellyfish to be. Maybe it's just like moving downward slowly. Giant phantom jellyfish live in every ocean except for the Arctic. Because they swim deep below the surface, they're hardly seen by humans. One potential explanation is that the jellyfish swim higher up to expose themselves to ultraviolet radiation, which will rid them of parasites. Okay. Another hypothesis is the updwelling deep water found in the Antarctic continent just carries them upward. Oh, so every once in a while they are sighted up high, but pretty rarely. Well, that's really interesting. I definitely did not know this animal. They grow in a V shape to grab fish and plankton. Wow, that's really cool. I mean, to be fair, even if you had given me the common name, I still wouldn't have drawn it probably like that. But yeah, very cool. Well, thank you for sharing with us about this unique and rarely seen animal. I've not heard of that one, obviously. I'm gonna say I got that one wrong. I'm gonna say I got that one totally and absolutely 100% wrong. Unsurprisingly, because, you know, there's no way I could remember every Latin name, unfortunately. I'm just not that good. Also, I was not familiar with that animal in general, so... oops. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Back on the same layer. Let's do a little study of this guy. Okie doke. Study time! I'm gonna say that's not a jellyfish? Yeah, no. What I drew is not a jellyfish. They float up just to bump into people's legs while they're swimming? Probably. Probably. Jellyfish do be jerks like that. Have you guys ever been stung by a jellyfish? I have. And I didn't learn my lesson either, because then like a few years later I touched another one. That one didn't sting me, and technically it wasn't a jellyfish, it was a man-o-war that was on the beach. They look like curtains while streaming, yeah. They look really thick, like not what I would think of when I think of a jellyfish at all. You've never been in the ocean? It's monster soup. Monster soup is the best way to describe the ocean that I think I've ever heard. Yeah, wow. The man-o-war. Yeah, that's the really deadly one. Yep. Yeah. I touched the top of it, though. Not the bottom. I touched the floaty top, the sail. And then I was like, that was dumb. I shouldn't do that again. And then I didn't. The end. Yeah, it was washed up on the beach. But I did touch a jellyfish in Florida when I was a kid. And I think we had to go to the urgent care because it stung me. But I think it was in the ocean. It wasn't like I didn't know it was there. I was like swimming around. And like I never saw it. It just like got my leg or something. Monster soup is accurate. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Lucky the man-o-war didn't sting you. It's a far worse. Yeah, well, it was dead. It was dead. It was washed up on the shore. And I touched the top. Although, I'm now questioning, did I touch it with my finger or a stick? It may have been a stick. I don't remember. I was a teenager. It was a long time ago. There's always a bunch of jellyfish in the Gulf near where you live. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in Florida or near the Panhandle of Florida, like coming into the Panhandle where we saw the man-o-war. It was like a huge swarm of them or something had washed up in the night. Okay. We're gonna do some structural drawing here. Yeah, but not on the top, right? I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I touched the top or not. I think the real danger would be is if it like tumbled and its own stinging cells like got onto its body elsewhere. That would have been bad. You have been bitten by a spider monkey. What? How did you come in contact with a spider monkey? What in the world? You like to go stare at the ocean, but not necessarily be in it. I get bored at the beach because I want to be doing stuff. I think that's why I'm more of a mountain girl than a beach girl. I've just never been all that interested in the beach. Like, it's fun for a day, I guess. It's like relaxing or whatever. But then after a day, I'm just kind of like, what else is there to do? Like, maybe I would feel differently if I could like surf or something, but I've never surfed before. Although if I go to TwitchCon, there's a chance I might get to learn to surf. I'm very excited. I hope that that person was serious about that offer, because I'm definitely going to be taking them up on it. Would love to learn how to surf. You have a dog? The beach is fun? I don't have a dog. Like, I can imagine the beach being a nice backdrop. Like if I had a big window in my kitchen on the beach or something, and you could like see it while you're doing stuff. I can see the appeal, I guess, there. But as far as like spending my time on the beach, I feel like the only thing to do on the beach is to sit and read in the sun, which I can sit and read in the sun anywhere, you know? I don't know. Again, like I'm fine for a day or two, but after that I'm a little bored. I'm like, okay, what else can we do? I think, and again, when you go in the mountains, the reason I like the mountains so much is like even if you hike the same trails, there's always something new there. There's like a new animal you might see, or like a cave you can explore, or like, I don't know, there's just always something different about the mountains. Do you have ADHD, Casey? Possibly. If so, I am undiagnosed. I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think so. Possibly. I don't. As far as I'm aware, I do not. I've never had any sort of a assessment done. It wouldn't surprise me though. I have a brother that has it diagnosed, and I'm fairly sure, just based on observation of my dad, that my dad has it. Just based on like teachery, you know, like all the assessment stuff I had to do as a teacher. I'm like, oh, check mark, check mark, check mark, check mark. So, if I do, I've learned to cope, I think. Hey, Shura, it's good to see you. Thanks for lurking, I appreciate it. Seeing it, hearing the waves, the negative ions charge you with good vibes. I don't know, I get bored. I get bored. I can neither confirm nor deny, yes, exactly. I'll spot for sharks with the drone. Yeah, thank you, Shark Geek. That'd be great, actually. Also, speaking of cool people, I've been really bad about shoutouts lately, but you guys should go follow Shark Geek as well. Shark Geek, are we allowed to talk about the thing? I'm really unclear. Can I talk about that yet? What's the verdict on the thing and the speaking about it? Let me know. Body surfing is fun and easy. I've been on a boogie board at like Hurricane Harbor before. That's the closest I've been. That's the closest I've been to actually surfing. You're supposed to wait until the slot is concrete. Okay. All right, I'll wait. I'll just say you guys should follow Sharky and nothing else. Let's see. Should know more soon. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on it. I just have so many other things I'm keeping an eye on. I think I'm a little behind too. I still need to submit my that thing they asked us to submit, like the profile. I've got it halfway started and I just didn't have time to finish it before I had to run off, and it's sitting half finished at home. But Sleepy but otherwise super. Good, Isol. I'm glad you're super. I hope the headaches have abated. That's another person you guys should follow, is Isol. Isol and I had the honor of doing a co-stream. Well, okay, I had the honor. Isol was just being a pro. I was flailing around with oil paints, but it was very fun. And you guys should all go follow, because Isol is incredible. Incredible oil painter. Does really, like, awesome Renaissance-level oil painting. But sometimes does fun things, like showing a xenomorph getting knighted. But hyper-realistically. And it's great. Yeah, it was a while ago, Rao. It was a while ago. But, the VOD might still be up somewhere. I think it's on my YouTube somewhere. Because I think we did it as an art gym. Pretty sure it's up on the YouTube sometime. Or someplace. Why did I say sometime? There's the YouTubes. I don't know if Isol has... Maybe Isol, is it on your... Do you have it anywhere? It was fun. We also did one with Isol and Claire as well. Claire is another fantastic oil painter here on the platform. It was super fun times. Yeah, if you search oils, it should pop up on YouTube if I uploaded it, which I'm fairly certain that I did. Although, actually, I don't know. That might have been the one that had the really messed up audio, so maybe I didn't put... Isol might be the only one that has a copy of that video, because your audio was set up correctly. My audio was set up poorly. So, like, it was fine on the stream, but in the VOD, you, like, couldn't hear anything Isol was saying. So it just sounded like I was talking to myself for, like, 2 hours. Which, you know, I guess that's not that much different than a regular art stream, but I was a little sad. I was like, oh, I can't hear the things Isol is saying. That VOD is gone, yeah. I didn't know if you, do you save your VODs, Isol? I've started trying to back up my VODs and post just the art gems on YouTube for safekeeping. Which, if anyone wants to follow my YouTube channel, that's all there is right now, but hopefully eventually there'll be other stuff. And I'm hoping I can set up some kind of like a cross-streaming thing where I can stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, because they let you do that now, which is nice. I think the only caveat is that you can't show the YouTube chat on your Twitch stream. Like, it needs to be, if anything is on the screen, it needs to be Twitch, which is fine with me. I don't care. I don't have hardly anyone on my YouTube anyway, so I highly doubt anybody would find me there. But, yeah. You upload all your VODs to YouTube just for saving them? Yeah, I know a lot of streamers do just like a YouTube account that's like a dumping ground for VODs, basically. But it doesn't save a lot of information in the VODs, so like... I end up spending a lot of time like editing the titles, so my VODs on YouTube actually still like show the information about... I don't know, about what we were doing, and like... I'm probably putting too much time into them, to be honest, but... You do watch someone who shows both chats on the screen integrated together. Ooh. Living on the edge. I mean, there's definitely people who do, I just think they say you're not supposed to, and if they catch you, potentially it could have some consequences. I don't know. I've not heard of how much they're enforcing that, but I know that I definitely read in the partner agreement that if I do that, then I could lose my partnership. So I will make sure that I don't do it. Dumping grounds for AI? No, 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 no. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no, no. In fact, YouTube actually has cracked down on their AI content. It sounds like they've actually demonetized anybody who uses AI to make anything. Like, they can't... I'm sure it's for the copyright reasons, but I'm happy to see it happen. Just sad it didn't happen sooner, that it had to get to the point where we had so much of it. But anyway. When do you apply for the front page? So you have to wait a month away from the day you're applying. So the Save the Vikita Day is in October, and I don't actually have the date yet. So they're still kind of going back and forth on 2 different days, I think. They're working with a few different organizations to pick a day. But once I have that date, for sure. I'll let you guys know. And then I'll be able to apply sometime in September for the front page. Because, yeah, I think it has to be a month in advance. I don't think you can do it further out, is my understanding. I need to look into it. But, yeah, it's a huge win, for sure. Also, hi, Sloppy. How are you? Oh, thanks, Dracon. Okay. I realize I just drew this a little bit lightly. I love having, yeah, I do. It's because I can't hear the music. It's really low on my end because I can't, if I turn it up any higher, it's too loud for you guys just because the way my audio setup is. This is all to have me avoid using headphones because I don't like headphones. So I realize I'm making my audio life difficult for myself. But yeah, nope, I can hardly hear it. It's also a really quiet song, I think. Here, let's move it to something a little more upbeat. There we go. So chipper. No, Briboette, I'm not a big fan of headphones. I have a weird shaped head, I think, because headphones always hurt when I wear them. It's like the over-the-head headphones, like actually the only reason I can wear these sunglasses is because they bow out on the side and they don't like squeeze my head. And they kind of sit really lightly, so I barely even feel them. And no, I'm not taking them off because I will lose them if I take them off. I've learned this many times the hard way. But yeah, and I don't like earphones. Like, I hate in the earbuds because they irritate me. And I also think they're not very good for your hearing. I think they're actually pretty detrimental to have sound that close to your eardrum, is what I've read anyway. I don't know if that's true, but I just avoid them. If I use headphones at all, it's the over-ear ones that just sit on the ear. The like old-fashioned style ones, I guess. But I only like the ones that, so like I have... Well, I may have taken them home because they didn't work here, but I bought these over-ear headphones that are wireless that I could have plugged in, and I tried to use them, but it wouldn't recognize them. It was like the signal kept getting dropped between my PC, which is like within arm's reach of me, and here. I am squirreling a little, yes, but we're talking about a very important topic. So I'm gonna keep going. But yes, I haven't been able to solve the earphones problem. So, I don't know. So for now, it just means I have to keep my audio, like, quiet enough to where my mic doesn't pick up on it, just in case it wants to copyright ding me, or if, like, something copyright plays. But that means I have to have, like, my desktop volume maxed, so that I can hear you guys and hear the alerts. But I have to keep the actual audio track low, so that it's not too loud for you guys, because you guys are hearing the desktop audio. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a very convoluted audio setup. And it's why I get jump scared so easily, is because the alerts are very loud for me, because my volume is between 80 and 100% on my PC. The sunglasses struggle, and only buy them from the dollar store, because if I don't lose them, I break them. Exactly. Yes, I don't buy expensive sunglasses. I've never been able to keep a pair of sunglasses for longer than a few years. Actually, these ones I've had, I think, for over 2 years now, which is kind of a record for me. So we'll see how long they stay, but I'd rather spend $20 on sunglasses every 2 to 4 years than hundreds of dollars every 6 months to a year. Because it seems like anytime I have expensive ones, that's what happens. They just they get lost or broken. If you have a more recent NVIDIA graphics card, I don't. I have an AMD. The only kind you like is the big squishy ones that go over your ears, but then I can only... Yeah, I don't like wearing those big headphones at all. I know they're like cool or whatever, but never really been a cool kid, so it's fine. Alright, I'm trying to decide if I want to color this or if I want to just move on. I feel like I'm waffling a lot. Let's do a color layer for the stripes. I'm being a little too precious with it, so I just need to let go for it. I feel like tiger stripes are one of those things that always seem really overwhelming, but there is like a certain kind of wave-like rhythm to them. I just need to like figure out what it is. And I think also different species of tiger have different types of patterning, if I'm not mistaken. I also like that this one has little dots, actually. Do you guys see the little dots? I don't know if you can see them, but there's like little dots on some of these stripes, which is kind of fun. It's like it's like an incomplete stripe or something. Like the printer ran out of ink stripe. Hey Umbra, welcome in. Popping in to chill while you draw. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. And yes. Awesome. Another Krita user. We have quite a few Krita users here, and I find it to be a really good sketch program. I don't do a lot of painting in Krita, but I do know there's lots of artists that use it to paint. I'm just not one of them. Friend-shaped. Yes, indeed. Very friend-shaped, yes. Honestly, the stripes, I think, are the most intimidating part of a tiger study. I'm getting a little distracted too on like which stripe I've already drawn, so it's possible I'm getting this very wrong. Yeah, open source is great for sure. There's so many art programs over the years that have started off as open source and then just sort of like, I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to say it's a matter of time, but we'll see. I know Krita's gotten pretty popular. When you were a kid, one of the main things you drew were tigers and owls. Aw, that's cute. You've unleashed a monster on your Facebook marketplace? Oh no. I don't know what a labubu is. But I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that it's now everywhere. You use Metabang. Oh. Nice. I don't think I've played with Metabang. I used to use Paint Tool Psy a lot. I really like Psy. But it doesn't really work well with all my program or all my tablet stuff now. I think it still works with the Cintiq, but my new Huion, it won't work. Unfortunately. It was definitely my favorite inking. Like the Psy ink tool, something about that ink tool was just like perfection. As somebody who hates inking things, it made me enjoy inking because it was like flowy. I just always got such nice delicate lines with it. Oh, Fire Alpaca is one I haven't heard in a while. I know a lot of people were using that for a time. Does anyone use Fire Alpaca in the chat? I've never played with it. Oh, for anyone who's wanting to share their work too, we will be doing like a share session for any studies. If you did any kind of a study from as long as it's like observational study or practice, or like some kind of like reference was used, it totally counts. I mean, if it's like a finished piece that you used reference to make, that's a little different. But we are going to be doing like a show and tell of any studies. So what I always tell people is just, what was the purpose of the image? If the purpose of the image was to make a drawing for yourself or a friend or a character, it's probably not a study. If the drawing was to learn something, to practice something, then it's probably a study. So that's it's kind of the easiest way to think about it. But there is an art gym section of the Discord if you want to go drop a study there or a foundational art practice of some kind. I mean, we've had people doing like draw a box challenges. We've had folks doing like value studies and like color studies, all kinds of things. There's all different ways to do studies. We should probably do like a color study actually, like where you take an image and you change the color and you just do various color versions of the same image. That would probably be good. But yeah, lots of ways to study. This tiger has interesting markings. I'm just now realizing it looks like his entire lower jaw is like dark. I don't know if that's like a trick of the light or what is happening here. The face is very squishable, yes. So squishable. If not friend, why friend shaped? That is basically what tigers are. Like, oh, it looks like a giant cat. I sure do want to pet that cat. Oh no. The cat ate my face off. That's how that goes. Just in case you were wondering. Hey Lodoc, how's it going? It's good to see you. Haven't thought about fire pack. I know, same. But they would look adorbs while doing that. That's true. They would look so cute while eating your face off. Must be a friend. Oh, a Jaguar Undy. Yeah, let's do that. An overly enthusiastic friend-shaped fish tried to pet you yesterday. Uh-oh. How'd that go? How'd that go? Did you stream it? Did it happen on stream, Shark Geek? I'm not too bad, Lodoc. I'm actually feeling relatively well rested. My Fitbit says that I got very good quality sleep last night, even though it was only 7 hours, but 7 hours these days, actually it was like 7.5, is like an extremely long night of sleep for me. I'm definitely an 8-hour girl, like I prefer an 8-hour rest, but to be able to get 7.5 is pretty darn solid. So, we'll see. Maybe tonight I'll get another good one. Yeah, 6 or less is me too lately. So it's nice that I was able to get a decent one. I just know that I have so much sleep debt because for a while there I was really pulling some all-nighters, and I know how bad that is for you, and I'm trying really hard to be better about my sleep. It's just I have so much I want to get done, and I have so little time to do it, you know? You guys know what I mean. It's hard. It's especially when you're trying to like start your own business and like, I don't know, like get things off the ground. There's just so much you have to do that's involved in that, and I find that I just do not have the time. Like, I don't know how people do it with kids, because you know, I don't have any dependents, but if I did, I can only imagine. Got 3? Oh, Isol, so sorry. I keep having all of these, like, grandiose plans of actually having like a life and running a small business as an artist, and I think I need to give up one of those dreams. I either need to have a life or I need to have no life and only do art. It feels like those are the only options. How do you guys get around that? I'm very curious. If there's anybody in chat who feels like they have cracked the code on like doing art full-time and also like having a reasonably balanced life, please let me know what that code is. I feel like step 1 of that code for me is don't have a day job. I think that would help a lot. Unfortunately, that's not an option at the moment, but maybe someday. So I'm trying to make plans. It doesn't exist. Cool. Okay, well, next conversation. I feel like I see artists who seem to be doing it though, you know? And maybe it's just a facade. Maybe it's like not a real thing. Somi's cool. Thank you for that follow. How are you doing, by the way, Chrissy Carson? What is life? Well, that's fair. That's actually a fair question. Coffee. Oh, there you go. I did try that for a while, actually. Oh, Umbra, thank you so much for that follow as well. You can find a way to generate passive income, then you can work less, yeah. I think that's what I'm trying to do with, like, setting up a shop and, like, I'm thinking about getting back into doing some licensing stuff, because I know licensing over time can become a very nice, stable passive income, because you just get like trickle down revenue basically forever. But it just takes so long to get all that stuff going. Yeah. It's hard with an artist. Yeah. Well, and it's like I don't want to live. So when I first got into the art business, I guess, right? When I first left my career as a teacher to do art, I was like, okay, I'm gonna freelance. I had friends that were freelancing and making decent money. And then I realized very quickly, I was like, oh, this is very feast or famine. Like, I do not like this. This feels extremely insecure. I'm very much like a financial planner minded person. Pretty risk averse if you haven't figured that out. So it's pretty quickly I was like, all right, completely freelance is not the way to go for me. I don't have the customer base. I mean, there's some people who can make that work because they've been doing it for so long, but I'm not one of them. And so I was like, okay, well, what's next? And so I kind of have been trying various things and sort of got out of art a little bit during kind of around the pandemic. And I'm not out of it, but just like there was so much going on in my personal life, I literally had no bandwidth left for anything, frankly. That's neither here nor there at the moment. So I don't know. I'm trying to like reframe all of my goals right now. I'm really curious how other artists who are working full-time artists, specifically this is a question for people who are full-time working artists. How do you make that work, and how do you establish a healthy life balance, like work-life balance? I think it's like really hard to get to that, but I'm really curious. Underdog Art, thank you. I don't know where all these follows are coming from, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see. The day job makes it awful. Yeah, I need to ditch the day job. The problem is my day job pays for my health insurance. And so I'm like I feel like I'm almost stunted a little bit in my ability to grow my art business because I don't have the time to grow it. Like I can barely keep up with like streaming, quite frankly, but it's fun and it's great and it's helpful, but it's not like I don't want to rely on that for income. Like, my goal has never been to be a full-time streamer. I just wanted to get some accountability to do studies like this and hang out with people and meet other artists, and it's been great because I've been able to accomplish those goals. And thank you again, everybody, for helping me do that. But, like, I don't know. I need to figure out a way to make the art a thing that can, like, sustain. And in order to do that, I think I need to do more conventions, and I don't have time to do conventions. I don't have the PTO to do conventions. Like, time and again, obligations at the day job are getting in the way of opportunities with like growing my art business. So it's like, at what point do you make that jump, right? Like I'm at the stage of life where I do need health insurance. It's not like when I got, when you're first out of high school and you're like, I'm fine, I never get sick, it'll be great. And you don't really need health insurance as much because you're fine, you're healthy, you're young. But as you get older, you start to like need that stuff a little more, and I'm afraid to be in a position where something happens and I don't have the health insurance to cover it. Because I have really good health insurance at my day job, like really, really good. And so I'm sort of just like, I don't know. Part of me kind of thinks if a seasonal position comes up, I might take that as a sign and just like jump on it and apply for that and become seasonal at my day job, because then the workload is much lower. But if I'm seasonal, obviously I won't get health benefits. I don't know. I just don't know that I'm quite ready to do that. So I'm really curious how other people make that decision. I could get rid of the day job, but it's paying my bills and insurance. Exactly, Chrissy. Yeah. Hey, Biscuit, how you doing? You're a full-time working artist. You work full-time, and then I try desperately to find time to draw. That has been me for a while, Sloppy. Yeah. Worked for 100% commission once. Very stressful. Yeah, I really don't want to be like, I don't mind taking commission and like working freelance and like having that supplement a steady income, but I think I'm trying to find this balance of like somehow, be it between like online shop, maybe a little bit of streaming, a little bit of conventions. I think like a bunch of little pieces of income and like keeping people seeing my work that way would maybe help. But it's like I can't make that jump unless I'm not attached to a day job. But I'm not at the point where I feel like I can afford health insurance. I don't know. And I know health insurance is going up here in the States in the next 6 months because of recent cuts to anything that's been subsidized by the state or the federal government. So That's the only option I would really have as a private individual. Can't afford the insanely expensive insurance that they basically market just to companies. I don't know. It's a tough spot to be in. I'm really not sure what the answer is. But anyway, there's the tiger. We can get tents off Craigslist. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll just give up all possessions, be a literal starving artist. That's the only answer. Just completely buck the system. But I need the system, unfortunately. Oh, the draw me an animal. Thank you, yes. Okay. The Jaguarundi, right? I'm pretty sure it was Jaguarundi. I really like these guys. Jaguarundi. Let's see. I always kind of get them confused with the Fossa, because I feel like they like morphologically look really similar. So this is a game, by the way, that we play every half hour. It can be redeemed roughly by channel points. So if anybody has channel points to spend, you can always save them for the Draw Me an Animal game. Oh, I treated myself. Oh, and I hydrated. Oh, I'm so behind on these. Hold on. There we go. I found it. Let me hydrate one more time just in case. So I have 5 minutes to draw what I think this is, and then feel free to look it up if you want to kind of laugh as I guess, or draw yourself if you'd like to guess what you think a Jaguarundi would look like. I'm fairly positive it's a South American jungle cat, but we'll find out. I've got 5 minutes. It's 10:50. I'm gonna draw it. Let's see. So yeah, I just don't use reference and kind of just guess at what I think it looks like. I feel like I want to say that they're like a brownish color. I can't remember if they have the fluff tails or not. Might be a little fluffy. This is where studying feline anatomy comes in handy, because it's very fundamentally similar between kitties. So we just looked at tiger anatomy, so this is going to feel a little bit tigerish, probably. Just smaller proportions, because it's a little arboreal tree animal. Okay. I'm gonna say they're like this golden brown color. I know there's also an arboreal tree cat that's like yellowish with stripes. It looks kind of like a civet, but I don't think the Jaguarundi is that animal. I could be very wrong. So it may very well be that I should have made this more civet-like, but for my first instinct with this was something that looks vaguely similar to a Fossa. Or a Fossa. I always get confused. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I do not know how to actually say that animal name. Does anyone know? Does anybody happen to be a Fossa expert? There we go. You think it's Fossa, but only because of Madagascar? Yeah. I think that must be where I heard it too. Opie dopey. I don't think they have like a ton of markings on them. Maybe a few, like maybe slightly counter shaded, but I don't recall them actually having like a ton of strong markings, perhaps around the eye or something. if it's the right animal that I'm thinking of. So we'll just do like a very small amount of like, maybe like a darker tail. Sometimes these critters have that. Maybe slightly darker ears. Okay. Let's go see if I got this right. I think I may have accidentally drawn something a little too Fusa-like, but we'll find out. Okay, there is my Jaguarundi. Let's learn about it. Watch it be the civet one. Oh no, this is it. Yeah. Although this one looks really gray. Oh, here's like a brown one. Yeah, so this is what I'm basically... This is kind of what I was thinking of. This guy right here. Jaguarundi. Aren't they cute? They're just kind of brown, but it looks like they have actually quite a few color morphs, so they can also be kind of grayish. But yeah, there's not like a lot of distinctive marks on these guys. This one's pretty dark. Long, fluffy tail. Almost looks like a stretched out otter, in a way. Let's learn about it, though. It's a wild cat native to the Americas. It ranges from Argentina to northern Mexico. Oh, all the way to northern Mexico. Wow. So they can actually get kind of close to Texas. Interesting. Yeah, so they are South American, basically, and Central American wildcat. They're big, though. They're relatively big, I think. Elongated body, short legs, small narrow head, small round ears. I think I did the round ears. Yeah. Small round ears and a short snout. I didn't make its snout very short. I probably made it have too much snout. I'll have to remember that for next time. It has more of like a small house cat shaped face. About twice as large as a domestic cat, reaching 14 inches at the shoulder and weighs about 7 to 15 pounds. There we go. Typically solitary. Live in a broad variety of habitats. Are they endangered? No, least concern. You guys, we love a least concern animal around here. So nice. So nice. Let's see how close. Let's see how close the Jaguarundi is related to a house cat. I always think one zoom is fun, so we're gonna go check out One Zoom Tree of Life. If you've never played with this, if you like learning about animals, this is a very fun tool. So here's the Jaguarundi. It's closely related to the puma. Yeah, it's like a South American puma almost. Interesting. Very cool. They're both types of cougars. Wow, I did not know that actually. Pretty close to these other little small cats, but let's go see how closely related it is to cat. Domestic. And I'm not sure how to find the domestic cat here. Felis catus. Let's see. Zoom. Not too far. Not too far off. Well, there we are. I mean, definitely not, probably can't interbreed, but you know. Pretty close on the Tree of Life. Just a couple branches away. So there you are. One Zoom Tree of Life is super fun. Did I link you guys to the Jaguarundi? I can't remember. If you want to learn more about it, there you go. And one Zoom is always recommended. So, when are you hoping to be on the front page? Yeah, so maybe I should make like an announcement about this or something. But I think I have to wait until a month away from my date to apply. So like I think I can't apply until September. And I won't know if I got it until closer to the date. But Save the Vaquita Day is also not decided totally yet, so I'm still waiting on an official day for Save the Vaquita Day, so it might be early October, it might be late October, so it's sometime in October, which means I can apply for the front page sometime in September. I just don't know when. I'm just kind of waiting on a couple of things, basically, so I don't have an exact date, and I also can't apply, I don't think, until closer to the date. So it's just kind of a waiting game right now. But, you know, I'll keep you guys posted. And again, if anyone does want to do something for Save the Vaquita Day or something like Vaquita related, let me know. I'm thinking about putting together like an event or something for streamers of any kind of streamer who wants to do either, like, you know, it could be like a charity game stream, it could be a Lego stream, it could be art or makers and crafters or anything. If you're interested, it'd be really cool, I think, to just like spread the hype all over Twitch and like see how many people we can reach. I really do feel like a lot of animals like the vaquita go extinct because nobody knows they exist. So if we can just help a few more people know that they exist and get them talking about the vaquita, you just never know. You never know who knows who and who has what resources, and I think the more people that learn about this animal, the greater the chances are we have of actually protecting it. So yeah, if anyone's interested in doing that, just kind of keep it in mind. And once I announce like the actual date and everything is when I'll probably put out the all call for, hey, if you want to do anything in October for Save the Vaquita, like day or week or heck month, like if the more we can do to raise awareness, I think the better. Okay, there is my Tigger. I'm just gonna do a little rough painting on it. We're gonna do maybe one more study and then we're gonna look at what you guys did, I think. Oh, actually it's already 10:58. Might have time for like a quick portrait, I think, and then we will hop to it and get into the Discord. You have a small population near where you live in Florida, released or escaped from roadside attractions during the 60s. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting, Neil. Wow. Have they made any attempts to like catch them and transport them back to their actual habitat? I guess that would be kind of an expensive undertaking, but it's a very weird little subspecies you're getting over there then, because that means they're gonna get pretty isolated and pretty adapted to Floridia. They leave them alone. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's technically a really similar environment to where they would be naturally, but interesting that they don't try to recapture them. I wonder if there's like fossil evidence of them having lived in that region before. I know sometimes that does happen. Let's go birding in Costa Rica. That would be fun. I don't know how I would get to Costa Rica. That's a very random thing to want to do on going. Just out of the blue. Let's go to Costa Rica for birds, specifically. I take it you've been there before? Alright, there's my Tigger. Just some flat coloring. Nothing too fancy. Save. Alright, one more quick little study, and then we're going to... Oh, we're gonna have an ad. Let me find a little portrait. Actually, I really just want to do like a more dynamic pose, honestly. I get kind of... I really enjoy the gesture of a more dynamic pose. I feel like I could do a more dynamic pose pretty quickly. Let's do... I like this pose. This looks pretty easy. And then we're gonna have an ad break. We're gonna do a stretch. And then after I sketch this really fast, we will look at what you guys have done. Oh, hey, Just J Arts. It's good to see you. Movie trailer soundtrack. Yeah, it is a little bit intense right now. It's a random royalty-free epic cinematic playlist that I found. I don't know. It is a little epic. We are epically entering the ads momentarily, guys. Alright, quick gesture, and then we'll go into the ads. Alright, ads have started, so feel free to stretch with me. That's what we do during ad breaks, we just stretch. I try not to do anything else, even though I really want to draw the face on this tiger. Who did the thing? Marcus, thank you for the epic sax to go with the epic ad break sounds. Some well-researched comments on that thread. Oh, interesting. I'll have to read this after stream. Thank you. And possibly Alabama? What? The plot thickens. let's stretch. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, we're just gonna quickly do a little de-shrimping stretch. I'm gonna turn the epic music down just slightly, because even for me it was getting kind of loud. You're gonna arch the back, push the shoulder blades together, and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. And yeah, just kind of, I don't know, try to work those muscles. Try to keep your shoulder blades in place. This is supposed to help over time. Just you're just like unshrimping. You're basically overcorrecting for bad posture, and you're holding those shoulder blades really tightly, kind of strengthening those muscles. And then after about 20 to 45 seconds, you're going to just unarch your back, basically. So I'm watching the ad counter, waiting till it gets to my 20-second mark, and then I'm gonna unarch. And that's supposed to kind of over time straighten you out. There we go. So yeah, it feels pretty good. Oh my gosh, did you just write me a poem, username? Oh my goodness. Casey Snow with canvas and heart transforms the mundane into exquisite art. With each brushstroke flowing, creativity flows. In the world of her vision, wonder grows. Aw, that's so cute. I love that. Did you just come up with that? That's amazing. I'm honored. I'm honored. So we're gonna do some wrist rotations too. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, please feel free to don't neglect your wrists and your hands, especially if you're doing a lot of drawing or typing or gaming or on your phone. Any type of like small repetitive motion is gonna have a potential to cause some issues down the road. So keep your hands and wrists limber, folks. Do some stretches there. At least once an hour when you're doing stuff like, you know, little fiddly work. Just takes about 20 seconds, and prevention is worth a pound of cure. How's that go? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That's the saying, so we're gonna stick with that. It's far better to keep it at bay than to pay for it later to fix it. Okay, I think we're out of ads. Welcome back from ads, and thank you again, username. That was very sweet. I appreciate that little poem you wrote. Very adorbs. So Troy's currently doing his virtual PT for a possible shoulder problem. Ooh, possible median nerve. Oh no, he just started the regime like a week ago, so it's hard to say how much it's helping. Well, I hope that over time it does help. Yeah. And good on him for actually being diligent and doing that. PT is one of those things that's like really hard to be consistent with. You have to have a lot of discipline. I have some PT that I'm supposed to be doing, and I do not have the discipline. So maybe I'll have to make that a stream redeem too at some point. Maybe once I can get like a little animated Casey. Actually, I'm going to be doing, hopefully soon, a co-stream with Cup of Joe. Learning some pixel art. He's very generously offered to, well, agreed, I should say, to help me out with that. And maybe I'll learn something and can actually like use what I learned to make a little like animated like Casey chibi doing some jumping jacks or something. I think that would be very helpful. Because then I wouldn't feel so weird about... Oh, squirrel just ran across the ceiling. Freaked me out. Doing like workouts on screen or something. If it was not actually me. But instead a little me. A little fake me. That'd be great. PT stream. Well, eventually I'm gonna have a lift redeem. That's kind of something I've been wanting to do for a while. Totally stole the idea from Chris Wright, who is kind of on a stream hiatus right now, but will hopefully come back soon. And yeah, definitely inspired me to want to like take the, I mean, we already do stretching accountability during ads, so it's just like kind of the next step, right, of like accountability of actually doing some exercises of some kind. So it'd be one of those things where like, hey, I'm gonna get up and move around, you guys should do it too. We're gonna do it for the ad break kind of thing, or we're gonna do it for this amount of time. It'd be like a really short little like exercise session. It's just really hard to remember to work all that in when you're kind of locked in on an art project, especially, or gaming, or like anything that requires like a ton of focus. So I think it'd be a good habit that I need to build for sure. Yeah. So anyway, one day, long story short, one day we'll have something like that. Oh, thank you, Pyro, for donating to the game fund. First person you saw doing workouts was Curly during her squat member. I don't know who Curly is. Is that a game streamer? I'm not brave enough to do actual exercises like where people can see me. I don't even like going to the gym. In fact, like when there's people around, I pretty much will only go to the gym at 5 a.m. or like 8 p.m. It needs to be like weird times when other people aren't there because I don't want people to see me working out. It's just I get really self-conscious and I'd rather not think about that. I'd rather focus on the workout. And so I know it's not the perfect answer, but for now it's the only answer I have. So it's something I'm working on, but it would be nice to have something built into like when I'm in the studio. I can't always make it to the gym. Like I'm pretty busy and I don't always have a chance to make it that far. Curly mentioned? Why am I not surprised you're a Curly watcher? Who is... Okay, there's these people that I should know probably on Twitch that I don't. Is Curly... What kind of streamer are they? She games, but Belinda interviewed her for Women in Steam. Oh, nice! I must have missed that one. I'll have to go check her out. You just kind of end up there? Oh, really? Must be a big streamer. I've never heard of them. You're in B's stream? Who's B? I don't know these Twitch people you guys know. Ultrasaurus and through Coco Confession. I know Ultra. I know Ultra. I know a person. Oh, thank you guys for contributing to the game funds. Hopefully those will be coming up in August. Whichever one we hit first is the one I'll do first. For anybody who missed that. We are going to look at stuff from the Discord here in just a second for the Art Gym study session. So if you'd like to participate, you still got a few minutes, but please don't rush. Like if you just got here and you're like, oh shoot, this looks like fun. I want to draw a tiger. You still can. We're going to be looking at stuff tomorrow too. We're doing plants tomorrow, some plant studies. I chose aquatic plants, but you could do any kind of plant, or you could do more tiger studies. Like, it's totally fine. The art gym is really just an accountability session to do whatever kind of studies it is that you need to do. Whether it's practicing for a project you're about to work on, or just something you know that it's a weakness of yours that you want to challenge yourself in, or whatever, you know? So please don't rush. My biggest fear is that people will rush just to be a part of the showcase and not actually get what they need to out of their study. Which is kind of ruins the whole point of the study, right? We're trying to improve. We're trying to learn together. So, yeah. Like right now, even though I'm not doing a rock study necessarily, I thought these rocks had some really nice planes. And then I could like maybe look at them for a minute and hopefully take something in about rock texture. Maybe. Maybe not also. Yes, please get what you need to out of the study and post at any time in the art gym section. And we will get that on screen here shortly. Little artsy stuff now and then. She cross stitches. Oh, neat. Nice. I'll have to look up bees with the knees. I feel like I've heard that name. Coco Confession and what was it? Curly? Okay, there's my terrible rock study, and we're gonna stop here, I think. Okay, there we go. I did the thing. Oh wait, I forgot all the whiskers. Let's do white whiskers just because they're so bright. Okay, save. Hey, Reiko! Yeah, happy World Tiger Day! We did some tiger studies today. And, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We're about to actually do the show and tell. How are you doing, Reiko? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in, seriously. Appreciate you hanging out. Okay, can I fit all of that into a screenshot? I can, perfect. Let's just skedoodle this little guy over here. Save. Alright, there's mine from today, folks. Oh, you can't see them all. There's mine from today, folks. But we're gonna go see what you guys did. So let me get into the Discord here and check it out. Okay. Sorry, for a second there it looked like Chrome really wanted to crash. I said no. None of that. Marcus, nice try. You didn't scare me. Aw, Puggo. I didn't know if you were— I don't know if you're still in here. I didn't mean to call you out, but thank you for letting people know I was live. That's really kind. Okay, let's go into the Discord, and here is the Discord if anyone needs it. I need to get this link added to the art gym command so that people know where to put their art gym stuff. So there's that if you need that. I also have a post on Blue Sky. I haven't really been talking about that much because I don't know how many people actually use Blue Sky, but if you prefer, you can reply in the comments on Blue Sky with your study as well. I'm gonna go through the art gym section of the Discord and we're just gonna peek. Oops, hold on, I just cut off that entire study. 1 second. We're just gonna peek at what you guys have done. And we're going to share it on screen. If you are a streamer of any kind, we'll be happy to shout you out, just so long as whatever you posted in the art gym section is work safe. That's all I ask. There it is. There's a really nice tiger study put into the monthly art showcase. Oh, okay, yeah. So everybody, like, make sure if you posted in the showcase, totally fine to post studies there if you're really proud of a study, but just be aware it's just 1 post per person per month in there. So just make sure that that is exactly what you wanted to do. You can also post in both places. It's totally fine. But let's go into the art gym section. So I'm just going to do a quick scroll through and make sure that we don't have anything that's not work safe. So far, so good. Everyone did a great job. And we're going to look at that. Okay. So, World Tiger Day, everybody. First up, so we're just going to basically go to where we left off. So yesterday we did figure studies, so there I just posted mine, and basically it's everything below what I posted is what we will look at. Again, this is in the art gym section of the Discord. If you post in the showcase, that's fine too, but we're not going to look at the monthly art showcase until August, because everybody has all month to post in the showcase, 1 piece per person, and then we'll look at it together live. So as long as everyone's, you know, you can post in both places, that's fine, but just 1 piece per person in the showcase, but you can do studies all month long in the art gym. Okay, so we have Miss Art Rules first up here doing a figure study, a lovely figure study, really nicely proportioned here, Miss Art Rules. Really nice, careful observation of proportion. Lovely, lovely. It looks like a very dramatic pose with a sword, I think, and done in sketchbook. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for sharing. It's always fun watching people's work grow as time goes on, and this is really cool. Casey, your felines have always been shown. Hey, Annalani, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm honored. I definitely spent my fair share of time drawing felines during my my Lion King phase, so there's definitely a little bit of practice built in there for sure. Oh, it's a pole vaulter. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I thought maybe he was unsheathing a sword, But that pole vaulter also makes sense. Very cool. Well, thank you for sharing, Miss Art Rules. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Anna Lilani, thanks for coming in. Next up here we have a maze, a lovely skeletal study, really nicely proportioned skeletal study of a tiger from Amazing Fan 15, our wonderful mod. And thank you, Pyro, for getting that shout out. Again, if you guys aren't following Amaze does stream here on Twitch if you're looking for more artists to check out. Not only does art and like drawing, but animation as well, comic stuff. So go check out Amaze's work and go hang out. A lovely place to hang out. Highly recommend. This looks great, Amaze. Thank you so much for drawing along. Really, really good. I mean, really, really good scale, honestly. You did a good job with all the pieces. They look like they belong where they're supposed to be. Yeah, no, I can tell you're focusing. Like, the proportions look really nice. Yeah, I think you nailed it. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully it helped you kind of understand where things go for tigers. And one thing that I didn't really talk about today that we sometimes talk about with the art gym is there's like two kinds of learning, right? Like or stages of learning. So it's like you're practicing something, but then you also need to apply the practice. So something I recommend to everybody and that I should be doing too is once you've done some studies, like say it's tigers, like today, like here with Jack-o'-lantern, now that you've done a few different studies of like the anatomy of the tiger, kind of how they look, going off and drawing like a tiger from imagination is going to help you know where you need to still work on, like understanding the form, understanding the creature, and then you can go back and like study that specific area. So like say you figured out the body but the face looks a little kind of wonky when you draw it from imagination, go back and do some actual studies of the face of the animal, and just like over time that's how you kind of build up your visual library, right? Your creative bank account, whatever you want to call it, all the places you put information that you can pull out for imaginative drawing later. So yeah, just something to keep in mind that is an option that you can do as well. These look great. So you have a saber tooth here, and then you have a tiger. Interesting. Interesting. I love that you decorated your little tiger day. This is so good. This looks great. Really, really fun gestural lines here. Really good job like studying the form and not necessarily worrying about trying to copy, but really I can see you searching for understanding with the anatomy, with like where the muscles are attached, where the bones go, like why certain, you know, just like certain details in the fur, kind of describing certain tendons or certain muscles. You're doing a great job paying attention to these details. This looks really great. And lovely skeletal studies also. I like that you did 2 passes here. I like that you did one here just for like those basic shapes, and then did like a slightly more detailed anatomy study. Very, very nicely done. These are really good. These are really good, Jack. Thank you so much for sharing. These look awesome. Really appreciate you showing off your stuff here so we can all get inspired. Clem, we have some tiger studies, it looks like, from Clem. Is there a tiger emote? I should go find that. Really good. As always, Clem's really got those shapes on lockdown, like really trying to understand 3-dimension and form, and not so much trying to worry about describing only the outside of the creature, but really trying to understand the dimensionality of the animal. Lovely, lovely. These look really great. You're really starting to get a good handle on form, I feel like, Clem. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for thank you for sharing. Let's see if we have a tiger. Do we have a tiger? We do have a tiger. Okay, hold on. I have to add a tiger to every single one of these. Tiger. Tiger. Oh, not a tiger. That's a man. Jumping guy. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, Clem. Dally, hold on. Tiger. Where's my tiger? How come it saved jumping man, but not tiger? We have some lovely, expressive tiger studies here. Look at these faces. Dally coming in strong with that portrait skill set. If you guys aren't following Dally Say MT, make sure that you do. Dally is fantastic, and I highly recommend checking out Dally's work and checking out Dally's stream. Portraits are all I do. I mean, but you're bringing that skills even to animals here, which is really fun to see. Really nice job with like the wrinkles on the skin and kind of like a little bit of stylization, but like in a really good way, like in a way that shows that you're paying attention to what you're actually seeing. Super, super fun look. I really like these. These look really nice, Dally. Yeah. Great expressions. This is not like, I feel like this expression on the tiger is such a classic one, but also really hard to get right. You did a great job. The climbing guy is me running away from the world. Well, listen, we all do this sometimes. Totally fine. But thank you so much for joining. I think they all look really, really nice. I love the way you're rendering the fur, and like the quick hatch marks you're doing for the values and stuff are really fun. Thank you for sharing. Just a little guy. It's just a little guy. Yes, everybody go follow Dally. Just a fantastic artist who's a little bit of a newer streamer, I think, here on Twitch, but doing great, and definitely somebody you want to go check out. Really, really doing cool stuff over there. Does animation too. Don't forget. I'll never forget the Vaquita animation, Dally. It's so fun. But thank you so much for drawing along and for sharing and letting us show off your work. I love it. I love it so much. Yangularu is next. Gotta say, the last couple times I studied tigers was before Art Gym, and I just couldn't get the shapes right. Oh man. Wasn't happy. Art Gym has helped me overcome the tiger. Oh, that's awesome. That's really great to hear, Rue. Thank you for practicing at the Art Gym with me. Again, that's part of why we try to encourage people to just post studies, just post practice. Post your struggles here. Don't post your highly refined stuff. That we can do that in the showcase and so many other places, but the Art Gym is a place for us to work out together. And I thank you for doing that with us, Rue. Rue, this looks great. This looks really great. If you guys aren't already following Yangularu, another fantastic artist that you should be following, also does animation. Actually quite a bit of animation, and you can really, I feel like I can really tell that you're an animator, Rue, from the way that you, just the way that you use line, like I guess your line economy, just, you can describe a lot with very little. And I feel like that's a particular skill that, not that it's only able to be developed in animation circles, but I find that most animators really have that skill, like on lockdown, you know? And plus Rue is just a really nice person to hang out with, and, you know, does great music, great vibes over there. Go check out Yangularu. I'm really excited, Rue. I saw that you posted in the showcase. I'm hoping we get to see some more fun projects from you. I'm looking forward to everybody's showcases. And it's always fun to see some animation and stuff too. Tiger, there we go. Thank you so much for sharing, Rue. And I'm glad that the Art Gym is helping. That's an honor, truly. It's helping me, so thank you guys for helping me too. Suntrella, where's my tiger? Tiger. Do a sunshine. I don't think I've ever used that, so I don't know why it's in my, like, frequently used. I've literally never seen this icon in my life, but for some reason it's in my frequently used section, so okay, we'll do that too. Suntrella, great expression. Great expression, and everybody go follow Suntrella as well. Suntrella does a lot of cool character art, is also a newer art streamer here on Twitch. We have a lot of really cool newer art streamers. I'm so grateful you guys have found this community. But I love it. I think you did a great job. That expression is killer, for sure. Yingu also sings on stream, that's true. Suntrella, when is your next stream? I don't know if Suntrella is here right now, actually, but if you want to tell us when your next stream is, I feel like I haven't been able to catch one of your streams in a while, but go follow Yangularu. He really just said, but he said blep, yeah, basically. No, but the proportions are great. It's a really fun drawing. Great reference here. Thank you for sharing. Tough Out Tuesday, is that what it is? Kinda, a little bit. That's what it feels like for me today. Maybe Thursday? Okay, cool. Well, we'll keep an eye out. I wasn't sure if you had like a set schedule or not. No worries if you don't. I'm looking forward to catching another stream if I can. You do them when you do them. I see. That would be why. Fair enough. Well, you guys should still go follow Suntroa. Here's one from Dracon, doing a bit of a color study here. A lot of really gestural lines, kind of finding those shapes. You did a really good job with like the grounding of this pose. I feel, especially on this front half, Dracon. It feels very solid. And you know, I can see that you're searching for, you know, kind of the way you want to represent this. But I think it's been really, again, it's always really fun to see everybody's progress, and I like the way you handled it, Dracon. So thank you for sharing. Bye, Isel. We'll see you later. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. I'll probably see you on your stream. Have a good one. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you. But lovely, lovely tiger here, Dracon. Did a single study for now due to being tired. Tigers are cool. Tigers are cool. Let's see. We have one from Rao. A little tiger study here. Really nice job with this hind legs. Like the foreshortening immediately caught my eye. Really, really good job. Like close paying attention right there to the anatomy, but also to like, yeah, just like the underlying structure, because it's a hard thing to do to not make these kinds of things look flat, and I think you did a good job with it. But yeah, really nice, fun pose, and also just really, really lovely drawing here, Rao. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Good scrunched pose, yes. Scrunched is a good word. This is where the tigers really do just feel like large house cats. But Rao, this is great. Thank you so much for sharing your work with us and for drawing along and for working out here at the art gym. Let's give you a workout flex and a tiger. Huh. Good job. Thank you. Always fun to see. And here we have one from Miss Art Rules, a little watercolor. Where's my watercolor brush? There it is. And a tiger. Cute. These look like little tiger cubs to me. Lovely. Lovely. Of course, always fun to see some watercolor studies. Always making me want to pick up the watercolor every time I see your watercolor studies, Miss Art Rules. You like the shapes? He is scrunched into some good shapes. Lovely little studies here of these faces. It looks like you maybe drew like the hay they were laying on or something too, or painted it, I should say. Very nice. Thank you so much. Very cute little cubs. Oh, and last up is Sloppy. Sloppy Salamander did a lovely skeletal study of our tiger skeleton today. Says apparently the skeleton comes from my local zoo. Oh, that's cool. Southwick Zoo. That's neat. Cool place. Grew up going there frequently. Very cool. If you ever go there in person, I'd be curious to see if you could still find this Sloppy Salamander, like if it's still on display somewhere. That's really cool. Yeah. Well, great job. Great job studying the reference and getting those proportions of the bones and everything. Well done. And very cool that you did it traditionally. And who knows, maybe you'll go in person someday and actually get to draw that skeleton. We have a bone. Baha. Beautiful. Well, thank you everybody for drawing along today. Super, super nice as always. Get to do some studies with you all. Here's mine from today. And then anything that is posted below this picture, we will look at on screen tomorrow. Let's actually check really fast. What is tomorrow? I'm pretty sure it's aquatic plants, but if anyone's ever curious, you can always go to the stream schedule. And then that way you can look at the plan. I'm gonna get hopefully August schedule done today, and I'll have that ready to post probably on Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna be out of town, just a heads up for anyone who missed it. I am gonna be out of town next week, so there won't be any streams next week. So tomorrow's streams are the last streams until the 11th, I believe. So don't miss them if you want to come get some art gym time in. And we'll also be doing sculpting tomorrow evening. So you can always check there, though. I try to keep that schedule as updated as possible. And if I change anything or have to like update it, I'll just post like a new post. So keep your eye on stream schedule. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. It's been super fun. Happy World Tiger Day once again. And for anyone who subbed at the Sub Zoo, either yesterday or today, I'm gonna hopefully, I think I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to go to the store today or not, but I'm pretty much going to be working on Sub Zoo, updating my shop, and like doing some stuff for TwitchCon today. So hopefully I'll get all that stuff done. But for now, we're going to go find someone to bring this Art Twitch love to. So don't go anywhere just yet, because we want to bring, it's always fun when we can bring a nice raid to somebody else. And yeah, just keep the art vibes going. We typically raid art streamers. I don't take stream like raid requests, but if you do want to point out a streamer to me, there is a stream share channel in the Discord. Feel free to join it and post your stream or someone else's stream that you found. It doesn't have to be art streamers. But yeah, I always love finding new people to go say hi to. Ooh, there's a bunch of new people on right now. Some people that I don't know as well as I'd like to. So I don't know if we're going to be raiding somebody I haven't hung out on their stream a whole lot yet. But I do like to go lurk and kind of vet streams as potential raid targets. So I'll probably put a new streamer on this afternoon. Oh, here's a really nice one. Oh man, should we go say hi to this person? I've never raided, I don't think we've ever raided them before, but I do really like their work. They're definitely like an industry pro, so it's a little intimidating, but... Let me see who I haven't raided in a while. We raided them the other day, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and they're not safe for work right now, unfortunately. Okay. Well, let's actually go say hi. Ooh, here's another person. Oh, you know what? Nope. I know where we're going, you guys. I'm sorry. We're doing somebody who's doing a life drawing session, which is totally the vibe. It's an artist that just got on Twitch recently. It's an artist I actually really admire that I met They probably don't remember me, but I met them when I used to do conventions, and I'm a big fan. They do really cool pencil and graphite, and I highly recommend giving them a follow. Some of you might even know this artist and not be aware that they are on Twitch. But we are going to go say hi to somebody doing some life study sessions of weapons right now, it looks like. So this will be perfect. If you want to keep the study vibes going, we're going to go say hi to Von Art. Von Art is an incredible artist, incredible pencil and graphite artist, and I'm really excited to have them on Twitch. So let's go give them a warm welcome, and hopefully they'll stay on Twitch. Let's see. So we're going to go have that. Oh, and the prediction. Let me go do that before I forget. Unless a mod has already done it. Let's see. So I did 3 studies today, and a lot of you did pick 3. So congrats. Those of you who chose 3 studies, look at that. You got it. But yeah, you guys, thank you for all the mods hanging out. Thank you to the subs and the people following and just everybody lurking and hanging out today for the art gym. So glad to have you all. Oaks, I see you there. Thanks for being here, Oaks. I'm gonna make your stream tonight, dang it. You guys go follow Professor Oaks, and if you don't see me in his stream, please come yell at me. I'll probably be working late, and I hope I don't miss it. Hopefully I didn't just call you out, but usually he streams on Tuesdays, I'm pretty sure. I haven't been able to make an Oaks stream in a while. I'm very sad about it. Let's go say hi to Von Art. Von Art's incredible. And I will see you guys over there. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow for art gym in the morning. We'll do plant studies and then sculpting tomorrow evening. So come back for that. Those will be the last streams until like the 2nd week in August. So I'll be on vacation. So I'll see you over at Von's. Thanks for being here, guys. Catch you later. Bye.